What about, can you share with me some of like Easter eggs?
Once the dragon hits the scene.
其实我们有试片过了。我先给大家一个最简单的评论。这一部电影呢，它的痛调。欢迎来到发研究室，就这样看电影。大家好，我是 Jon。沙赞第2集，沙赞众神之怒即将要在3月16号上映了。
You play the part of a man. Shazam! But you are a lost boy. Give us the powers, or we will annihilate everything.
那这一次除了原班人马回归之外呢，又加了几位新的反派。今天我们就来帮大家做一个看前解析还有介绍。最特别的是呢，我们这次非常荣幸有受到华纳的邀请，然后访问到了沙赞的演员 Zachary Levi， 饰演 Billy Batson 的 Asher Angel， 还有饰演 Freddie Freeman 的 Jack Dylan Grazer， 以及导演 David F. Sandberg。所以我们这个介绍影片结束之后呢，会把整个访问的片段放给大家看。如果你是第一次看我们频道，我们会用轻松娱乐的方式分享很多电影细节和彩蛋，尤其是 DC、漫威跟 DC。如果你喜欢这类型影片，都欢迎订阅我们哦。现在每周四晚上8点，我跟 Sherry 都会开直播，分享每周重要的影剧消息还有新闻，欢迎来跟我们一起聊天，顺便使用超级留言砸我们吧。那第一个，这部电影的时间线会在什么时候呢
？Freddie。This is Billy Batson。
沙赞1的时候，男主角 Billy Batson 他14岁，在第2集的时候 ，Billy 还有 Freddie 都快要18岁了，所以就会有一个差不多3年左右的时间差。那我们在访问导演的时候呢，他有提到这一点。
Getting grown up now, and like they're aging out of the foster system, you know, where their foster parents aren't gonna get money for them, and they have to grow up now, and you know. Like get jobs and things like that, and we deal a lot with that in the story.
那也有可能是因为这个3年的时间差，所以第1集片尾画面带出的反派 Mr. Mine 米斯曼就没有出现在这次的故事了。在跟 IO9 访问的时候，导演表示，他们原本的确是想要让故事继续下去，让米斯曼 Mr. Mine 跟第1集的反派 Sivana 博士回归，然后也想到，说不定我们可以让 Mr. Mine 变成这一次反派3姐妹来到现世背后的主要首脑。但他说，因为角色实在是太多，会太复杂，所以他们只好忍痛就把这一段故事整个切掉了，然后就跟第1集的片尾画面没有什么关系。
I named the gods, Doctor, not the other way around. Oh, what fun we're going to have together. The 7 realms are about to be ours.
跟 Cinema Blend 访问的时候，导演有说，其实一开始他们在写剧本的时候，的确是跟第1集的片尾画面可以接下去的，但是他们发现这个故事会跟第1集太像了，所以他们才想要用这个时间差，然后再演到下一次沙赞家族他们会碰到的大事件是什么。那我自己的脑补就是 Mr. Mine 的事件的确有发生过，只是在那3年里面，那我没有看到。然后他们都长大了，所以这一次就面对他们新的反派、新的威胁。那这一次会选择3姐妹的原因，导演也有跟 IO9 解释。当他们在讨论剧本的时候，就有想到，其实沙赞的能力来源，那些希腊的神非常有趣。他们就联想到，如果这些力量是被偷来的，那3姐妹的动机就有啦，也可以顺便把超级英雄跟希腊神话故事混在一起讲。好，那说到沙赞的能力，我们就顺便简单的回顾一下。沙赞这位超级英雄，他的能力看似就是一位会发电的超人。
And your phone's charged. Well, you think you can do better? What the hell?
但其实他身上具有很多位神的能力，这些神的名字最前面的字母拼在一起，就会变成 Shazam 沙赞。Shazam 的力量来源来自帝王所罗门的智慧，海克力士的力量，阿特拉斯的耐力，宙斯的雷电，阿基里斯的战斗力，莫丘利的速度。那我们在第1集的时候有看到，他把这个能力分给了他的家人。
I can fly!
其实这个设定是后期的漫画还有电影才有的，早期的漫画更复杂很好玩。像他的姐姐 Mary 的能力呢，她的沙赞其实是代表着一套完全不一样的神。但我猜就是因为实在是太复杂，所以后来他们把设定全部改掉，然后让沙赞家族的人全部他们的力量都是来自于沙赞分给他们的，所以每个神都是一样的。只是他们比较不一样的就是每一个人他们有比较特定、比较发达的一块，像有的可能力量比较大啊，速度比较快啊，或者比较聪明一点，就这样。差别在这里，所以这些力量呢，就会带到这一次的故事。因为3姐妹来，其实就是为了想要夺回这些力量，然后成为沙赞家族的威胁。 那说到三姐妹，她们就是第2集众神之怒的主要反派。在华纳官方那边呢，他们有介绍，这次由海伦米兰饰演的 Hespera， 她是三姐妹的大姐，能力是操控各种元素。刘玉玲饰演的 Calypso 是一位非常危险、拥有混沌力量、可以操控人心，在三姐妹排名第2的2姐。最后一位就是最小的三妹，由 Rachel Zegler 饰演 Andia， 但是官方没有对她的这个角色做太多解释，大家要去看电影才会知道她是谁。但我可以跟你们讲，她最后是白雪公主哦。那这3位呢，都是泰坦神阿特拉斯的女儿，在电影里面设定，他们主要工作是为了要守护生命之树。那会跑到现世呢，就是为了要找沙赞他们为爸爸还有其他死掉的神复仇。所以就，那阿特拉斯在希腊神话中是比宙斯还要早期的泰坦神，在被宙斯打败之后，被惩罚一辈子要撑着西边的天空，后来被蛇女变成了石头，才结束他的痛苦。大家最熟悉的应该就是一个很壮的肌肉男扛着世界的雕像吧。他就是阿特拉斯 Atlas， 新影微秀那个雕像应该也是 Atlas 吧？那刚刚有提到，三姐妹是为了要帮爸爸复仇，非常有可能就是因为 Shazam 里面的一个 A 就是 Atlas 的耐力，所以他把 Atlas 的耐力拿走之后，他爸爸就没了嘛，是这个意思。然后三姐妹想要夺回爸爸的耐力。当然，除了这3位女神之外，导演也特别有提到。他准备了很多奇幻的魔兽，想要让大家看，像是独眼巨人、阴身女妖、蝎尾狮、黑色独角兽跟巨大的火龙。好，那我知道刚刚提供这些资讯呢，之前我们在做预告分析的时候已经讲过了，但再次回顾。那我相信大家最想要知道就是这一次的电影里面会不会有神力女超人？当然，这个还是要跟大家讲，真正的答案你要去看电影才会知道。只是呢，最近有看到报道，根据官方在国外释出的资讯，他们的确有提到假的神力女超人，然后是由 Taylor Kittle 饰演，所以至少有1位假的神力女超人会出现在这部电影里面。这个可以公布哦。等一下我就被华纳抓走了，好好笑。这部电影其实我们有试片过了。我先给大家一个最简单的评论。这一部电影呢，它的痛调跟第1集一样，就是有点中二、幽默、感人的那个感觉，全部第2集都有。然后我觉得第2集那时候角色比较多了一点，然后没有真的注重在某一个角色上面，但是你会看到更多多元化的沟通，跟他们小孩子们在长大过程中可能会面对到的一些问题，然后还加了一点点恐怖的成分在，一点点。对，没有太多，没有到那种那种感觉，没有。可以感觉出来，导演真的还是有他的恐怖片底子。他之前就是拍恐怖片来的，然后现在这么恐怖哦？没有那么恐怖，完全没有，就是有那个感觉，就一点点黑暗的感觉，可是又没有到很恐怖。然后它里面有撒了很多的彩蛋，所以我要再重刷以后，然后再重刷之后，才能真的慢慢的再找彩蛋。这次彩蛋也是多到有点难。那另外呢，这个作为在闪电侠重启之前的最后一部 DC 电影，我可以跟你们讲，跟闪电侠稍微有点关系。就是我在看那个 IO9 的访问的时候，他有提到，其实沙赞他们这一次的服装会变的原因，就是因为闪电侠。导演有说，其实是因为他们原本预计《沙赞2》会在闪电侠电影之后才上映，然后就想说，闪电侠电影不是会改变很多东西啊，那我们的战服改变应该也没问题吧？结果他被推演了，他就很尴尬，他就说，所以现在这个解释呢，我只能说这是魔法，所以他们的衣服变了，就这样子。他们演员跟导演真的都超亲切，然后这是接下来就是给大家看我们这一次的访问。
Hi Zach, I'm Jon from Taiwan.
Hey, Jon from Taiwan. I'm Zach from California.
So nice to see you.
You too, man.
Congratulations on Shazam 2. And how does it feel to be back?
It feels great. I loved playing Shazam once, and I loved it even more playing the character in the second movie for a second time. And it's a real blessing, man. I mean, a lot of movies, even very successful ones, don't end up getting a sequel. So that's not lost on me. Like, I'm really grateful that we have now gotten to do this for a second time, and we were given even more money and more time, which made an even bigger, better movie without losing the core, the DNA that made the first one good, which was the heart and the humor and the charm. We hold on to that, and then we build around that, build on top of it. And it's just fun. It's adventure, and it's family, and it's got all of the elements. And so yeah, I'm very grateful to come back and do it again.
I see. How's working with Helen, Lucy, and Rachel?
a dream. They're all dreamy. I mean, dreamy to look at. They're all gorgeous, but they're dreamy souls. They're just excellent people and so talented, and jumped right into the Shazamly effortlessly, and played all of their characters so well. But then also, you know, were so much fun to hang out with off screen also.
I see. Would you say, is it easier to play it the second time or the first time as Shazam?
I think the second time. Yeah.
Second time?
I think
Yeah.
that, because we all just feel it a little bit more, you know, like the first time you do something, it's almost a test. You're like, well, will this work? You know, everyone's finding their footing. But then by the second one, you kind of clicked in a little bit more. You know it a little bit more. You've lived it once before. And Henry wrote another great script, and David directed the crap out of it, and we all got to, you know, inhabit our characters again, and we all loved each other, working with each other the first time. So it just was good. It was just good vibes all the way around.
I see. Was there anything fun that happened on set, or any hilarious things that got, yeah?
I mean, the funnest thing that happened on set was that we made an awesome movie. That was pretty fun. But no, I don't know. We would hang out. I would go ride my one wheel around a lot. That was also always a fun thing. Throw my earbuds in, listen to some music, cruise around. I brought my Nintendo Switch to set and hooked it up to the TV in the lair. So we would just play Mario Kart or various things. What else? I don't know. I mean, a lot of the scenes, you know, making a movie is both fun and arduous because it takes some time. You know, it's a lot of time between takes and whatnot. But just hanging out with folks, playing music, talking about life. I don't know. That's all. The in-between stuff is all the stuff that I remember and enjoy the most.
All right. What about filming wise? Like, what's the most challenging?
Yeah, it's all the flying, honestly. When you do flying stuff, you got to wear a harness, and those harnesses are so not comfortable and not really designed for men also, or rather we're not designed for them, let's say that. So I don't know, man, and they can really chafe and cut and bruise and all these things, but whatever, you know, at the end of the day, it's a small price to pay because you get to look at yourself be a superhero on a movie screen and you're flying around. It's like, that's pretty dope. So
yeah, and you look really good.
Thanks, man.
What about, can you share with me some of like Easter eggs or details from like comics that's in the movie? It's like David splashed it in the movie.
Well, I could, but I also don't want to spoil anything. I mean, that's the whole point of an Easter egg, is that it's a hidden treasure. I will say that there's a really great Easter egg that happens in I want to say it where I don't give it away too much. Once the dragon hits the scene, so from that point on in the movie, I'll give it that. There's a great throwback to something attached to the 70s TV show that was Shazam in the 70s TV show. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what that is, but I think it's one of my favorite Easter eggs within the movie.
Awesome. Pay attention to that. I got it. Okay. Well, I guess that's all the time I have. Thank you, Zach.
My pleasure, John. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Hey, Asher and Jack.
Hey.
I'm John from Taiwan. Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Well, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go. So how does it feel to be back?
Finish your water.
I mean, actually, it's kind of a dream. I missed this. I missed this process and doing press with Asher. I love him. He's my guy. My spirit boom.
Yeah, we have so much fun together. It's so nice to have the gang back together, and getting to make a second film, I know was something we were very hopeful for. So yeah, I mean, it feels so good to be doing press again, and you know, now that we're older and we're not kids anymore, it's even more exciting. Because last time we did this, we were kids, and now we're adults.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Wow. Since you guys did the first movie, does that affect your life a lot? Like people look at you and be like, "Oh, you're Freddie Freeman. You're Billy Batson."
Yeah. It's changed
People
our
come up to you
life
and say, "You're Freddie Freeman."
all the time. People come up to me, they're like, "Oh my God, are you the kid with the crutch?"
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes.
I've actually gotten.
I've gotten that.
I've gotten.
Oh, real?
Billy Batson. I said no. I'm actually really mean to them.
It very rarely happens, but sometimes it happens. But no, it's definitely changed our life completely. People, being out on the streets or out in public, and people, out of town, people recognizing us. It's really cool. I mean, it's changed our lives.
Okay, for the movie, can you share with me something that's, I guess, the most challenging for you guys to do? Like, which scene?
You know what it is.
What?
I don't know why you're laughing. Is that all I gotta say for you?
Oh, working with Asher is really hard to keep a straight face.
I was gonna say like the falling part of it.
I knew you were wanting me to say the falling thing.
didn't want
I actually
to.
like the falling thing.
Do you want to say
People are constantly going, Jack, do you need a mat? Do you need more pads on your knees? I go, no. I want to feel the pain. I want to go home and see hematomas on my love handles. I want to feel it. I want to feel something.
How's working with Helen, Lucy, and Rachel?
Helen Mirren, I mean, gosh. There's so much to say about her and nothing at all. She is there's nobody like her, and personality, she is A1.
Is there anything that happened on set that was funny that you can share with me, or most hilarious part?
One time Helen Mirren actually dared me to jump off a building on set. It was on set and it was about 5 feet high, and it was hilarious because I jumped off the building and I landed on a mat. I got in trouble because I wasn't allowed to do it, but it was worth it because I got up out of there and she was cracking up. It was so worth it.
And then she dared you to do it.
Yeah, she definitely did. She triple dog dared me. I was like, no. She's like, triple dog dared me. I was like, well. Took the bait at that game.
Look what we got here.
And I did a swan dive off the building.
Yeah. It's actually funny. My favorite memory with Jack is it was for our camera test, and it was the first time we were back. Yeah, and we had we had our blocking dialed in and everything, and Jack decided to get up on a chair, ditch the blocking, and completely jump off the chair and fall to the ground. Maybe a week before we started filming.
I wasn't hurt.
He wasn't hurt. He was fine, but that was probably one of my favorite moments. It was quite funny.
What was I wearing again?
Your Freddie Freeman outfit.
Was I wearing a leotard underneath?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, guys. Hey, that's all the time I have. Thank you both, and good luck to everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you.
Hi, David. I'm Jon from Taiwan.
Hey.
I guess we'll just go ahead and ask you questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First question I want to ask is, what's the difference for you during directing, filming, from the first film to this film?
The scale of it, not just sort of, I mean, both sort of in terms of what the movie is, because it's a bigger movie with much more creatures and action and all sorts of things, but it's just a lot of characters now as well, because now we have the whole family, we have the parents, we have the goddesses, so it's kind of like making a little like Justice League or Avengers movie or something without dealing with all the characters. So that's a challenge. I mean, just on the day with just blocking and shooting everything, and also making sure just story-wise that everyone gets enough screen time and get to tell their own story. So that's a big challenge, and just the amount of visual effects and stunts and all of that.
I see. Would you say, is it getting harder or easier as the kids get older?
Well, I mean, it's I don't know if it's harder or easier. I mean, it's you kind of want them to don't grow up too fast, don't slow down, like little Ian, who plays Eugene, who was tiny on the first movie, and he's really tall now. Yeah. But we lean into it, story-wise, of okay, they're all getting grown up now, and they're aging out of the foster system, where their foster parents aren't going to get money for them, and they have to grow up now and get jobs and things like that, and we deal a lot with that in the story, and this is the movie where Shazam has to grow up to face these goddesses.
Yeah, I see. What's the most you want to express through this movie? I know there's humor in there, there's emotional side, and there's kind of creepy, scary side to it. What do you want audiences to get out of this movie?
I mean, most of all, it's a fun time at the movies, I think, and I love that we have this sort of tone where we can have both. You know, it starts out sort of more fun, but then as it gets more and more dangerous and more serious, it gets a little bit more serious at the end. You know, a little less jokey because the threats and the danger is so real.
Okay, I guess we're near the end. Was there any scenes that were cut from the film that you felt like it deserved more, or was there any funny scenes that was like, oh, I just didn't make it?
Yeah, one of those I was pretty sad about, but it was just too much time, was getting to see a bit more of Mary, where we got to see her delivering like Postmates food by flying around town and being really effective. But it had her sort of delivering food to a college, and we got into more of her longing of going to college and doing something on her own. And I thought Grace did such a great job in that scene, but there just wasn't enough time for it. But luckily, we'll put a lot of the deleted scenes and extended scene on the Blu-ray and the home release. So I think it's like a half an hour of stuff that people.
Oh wow, wow! Can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. We're all set. Thank you.
好，嗨，我们回来了，非常荣幸这一次可以受到华纳的邀请，然后访问这些演员跟导演。最后呢，还是要跟大家再次提醒，3月16号《沙赞2：众神之怒》会上电影院，那到时候请记得大家支持一下。这一次的电影真的就跟第一集一样，完全保留第一集幽默感人的气氛，然后比第一集还要再好看。其实我们在访问的时候有问了一些有爆雷的资讯，我们把它剪掉了啦，所以之后我们在做爆雷分析影片的时候，我们会再把那些东西加进来。那喜欢我们88研究室就是这样，看你的朋友记得订阅、按赞、分享，我们下次再见哦，拜拜。米宝，你要讲什么？你今天要讲什么东西？你是要讲沙赞吗？啊，嘿，你今天播的，你要不要做广播剧？米宝广播剧。Hello， 大家好，我是米宝。来，我们来看一下这个桌子底下有什么东西我可以报道的，还是那边好像有东西可以吃。那我今天要跟大家分享什么故事呢？我想一下，看看有没有稿，爸爸有没有稿？有什么东西可以说呢？我看一下，米宝，你要不要打字？